Good day everyone, my name is Stephanie Angel B. Paris, and today's video I'm going to discuss the major functions of special senses. There are five basic human senses: the touch, sight, smell, hearing, and taste. The sensing organs associated with each sense send information to the brain to help us understand and perceive the world around us. So let's proceed to the first sensory, the sight or vision. It is the capability of the eyes to focus and detect images of visible light on photoreceptors in the retina of each eye that generates electrical nerve impulses for varying colors, hues, and brightness. Our vision allows us to be aware of our surroundings. 80% of everything we learn is through our sight. Your eye works in a similar way to a camera. When you look at an object, light reflected from the object enters the eyes through the pupil and is focused through the optical components within the eye. An example of the sensory is we use our eyes to see our way in order to reach the place we want to go. The eye consists of three layers: the outer layer, middle layer, and inner layer. Outer layer consists of the sclera and cornea. Middle layer consists of the choroid, ciliary body, and iris, while inner layer consists of the retina. In our eyes, the light that penetrates the eye hits the retina through the cornea, the lens, and the vitreous humor. The signals generated are transferred to the brain via the optic nerve and then perceived as sensory impressions. So let's proceed to the hearing senses. Hearing or auditory perception is the ability to perceive sounds through an organ such as ear by detecting vibration as periodic changes in the pressure of surrounding medium. Sound may be heard through solid, liquid, or gaseous matter. Hearing is a mechanical sense. It turns physical movement into the electrical signals that make up the language of the brain, translating this vibration into what we experience as the word of sound. We use hearing in order to communicate with others, and we understand each other because we hear and analyze of what they are talking. And the ear is composed of three parts: the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. The outer ear consists of the air flap, the air canal, and the eardrum. The middle ear houses our body's three smallest bones, the ossicles. The inner ear consists of bony chambers called the cochlea and corti. So how does hearing occur? Sound waves enter the outer ear and travel through a narrow passageway called the air canal, which leads to the eardrum. The eardrum vibrates from the incoming sound waves and sends this vibration to three tiny bones in the middle ear. The next one is the taste. Taste, the perception produced or stimulated when a substance in the mouth reacts chemically with taste receptor cells located on taste buds and in the oral cavity, mostly on the tongue. Taste signals the nutritious qualities of the food we are about to eat. Taste helps us detect toxins in our food to keep us safe. Taste links our internal environment to our internal needs. An example of this is when our mother cooks our breakfast and we eat it, we will know how it tastes, whether it is bitter, sweet, or sour. And sometimes sensory of taste make us to judge someone if they are good at cooking. The intergustatory system is composed of the tongue, the papillae, taste buds, and receptor cells. The surface of the tongue is made up of about 10,000 taste buds found on the papillae. Each taste bud has about 100 receptor cells. Our taste buds detect only 5 chemical stimuli: sweet, bitter, sour, salty, and umami. This ability of the tongue to taste these 5 distinctive chemicals help us to maintain a balance in our bodies, as well as prevent us from taking Another sensory is the touch. It is the ability to perceive an object or other stimulus that comes into contact with the surface of the skin. Our sense of touch allow us to receive information about internal and external environments, making it important for sensory perception. For example, when we see our friends or loved ones, we touch them and or hug them in order to make them special or love. The organ of the sense of touch is the skin. It is the largest sense organ because unlike the other organs, it is not located at any specific place but the entire body. Our sense of touch uses many different receptors that help us to respond to different stimuli such as pain, pressure, tension, temperature, texture, shape, weight, contours, and vibrations. It helps us to move away when the brain perceives that there is a danger. The next sense is the smell. One key factor to note about our sense of smell is that there have to be some very tiny particles from whatever we smell. Think about cooking food or burning a candle or spraying a perfume. All these release tiny molecules that our eyes do not see into the air we breathe. At the roof of our nasal cavity, there are tiny hairs called olfactory cilia. These hairs get stimulated after they pick up chemicals in the air going into our lungs. As they pick up the signal, they send it to the olfactory bulb. The impulse is then sent to the brain for interpretation. Note that for the brain to assign a particular smell to a signal, it uses its memory. This means, for the first time you smell something, good or bad, the brain stores it appropriately. And that's all. Thank you for listening. Keep safe and God bless.